This is the Lance Whitaker Voice in Motion YouTube channel, home of comprehensive Caribbean horse racing coverage and more. Please like, subscribe, share, and hit the notification bell.
This is Lance at the Track, covering top stories in the sport of kings. Welcome to this week's presentation. Ahead in the show, the US-bred 5-year-old Pack Plays advertises the value of a high cruising speed with a massive win in the Chairman's Trophy at Jamaica's Caymanas Park. The story of the post-position draw for the Rich Sandalane Barbados Gold Cup, slated for next week Saturday at the Garrison Savannah. Stakes wins for Caribbean men in the USA. Barbadian trainer Sapit Joseph's hauling ice with a repeat victory in the Down the Dusty Road Breeders' Stakes at Oakland Park in Arkansas. And Jamaican jockey Rajiv Mirage landing the Gulfstream Park Sprint in Florida. And we check in on victories in the USA for rising Caribbean jock Gerald Ford of Barbados and the Jamaican Cayman McGregor. Plus the usual update on Caribbean victories overseas, our opening story coming from Jamaica. A good 6-horse field presented at Caymanas Park for Saturday's Chairman's Trophy over 7.5 furlongs with a purse of $2 million Jamaican dollars. The betting fairly competitive, but it's the one-horse defending champion Barnaby the favourite with champion jockey Radish Roman aboard for trainer Anthony Nunes, who conditioned 3 of the previous 4 Chairman's Trophy winners, Tuna Ciliata, One of a Kind, and of course Barnaby. Even money betting for Barnaby coming off his recent Linda Della Penna Memorial Trophy victory, 6-1 on number 2 California Crown, who was third in last year's Chairman's Trophy behind Barnaby and Atomica. In the 4-box, the 8-5 second favourite Pack Plays, who was 4th in this race last year, and at 2-1 in post position 5 is champion trainer Jason Acosta's Gervano. Here's the legend, Brand's Buddy Rickman with a race call.
They're off for the Chairman's Trophy. Barnaby, interesting times ahead. They just missed it by a beat. Pack Plays is rushing up now, going for that lead. Gervano on the outside. California Crown is the one racing near the rail as they make their way toward the 6. Pack Plays setting those fractions easily. Flashes past the 6 with a 3-length lead. Gervano settled down in second. Stablemate California Crown now moving into second. Gervano held tightly in third. Interesting times ahead is back in fourth, maybe 5.5 to 6 lengths off the lead as they flash past the 5. A break of some 3 to Barnaby, and at the back of the field it's a Provident as they make the way toward the half mile. Pack Plays will take them past it with that lead, attempting to steal the show. Gervano now set alight by Haladine and asked to close the gap as they leave the 7-16. California Crown under a bit of an urge. Interesting times ahead, just overtaken narrowly by Barnaby, and a Provident races last as they come inside the final 5/16th, and Pack Plays may have stolen it. Gervano is being driven to get on terms, but Pack Plays into the lane first, the rider having a peep in both mirrors as Pack Plays continues to hold the advantage, and now the stick comes out in the right hand. Gervano is left maybe 5 lengths back. Barnaby is over against the rail. It is Pack Plays attempting to go all the way in the Chairman's Trophy. The question is, can they catch the fleet of foot Pack Plays? And Christopher Mamdi in the answer, no, they can't. Pack Plays will take it easily in the end by maybe 7 lengths.
How easy was that? The Rowan Massey Jr. trained Pack Plays under Christopher Mamdine's handride has no challengers en route to this win. And like Tuna Ciliata did in 2021, Pack Plays completes the Eileen Cliggott Chairman's Trophy double. Back-to-back race days big wins for jockey Mamdine, owner Vincent Main, and the Matty clan following their Ash Wednesday Trophy victory with Wall Street Trader. Before being shipped to Jamaica in 2024, Pack Plays had logged a pair of wins in the USA, Monmouth Park and Gulfstream Park, and now boasts 8 lifetime victories. As the 8-5 second favourite, Pack Plays wins the Chairman's Trophy by 7.5 lengths over Gervano, with the favourite Barnaby after a slow start third. The winning time of 1:31.02 is the fastest Chairman's Trophy win in 9 years since Seeking My Dreams 2017 victory in 1 minute 30 seconds flat.
The Rich Sandalane Barbados Gold Cup is set for Saturday, the 7th of March, and the post-position draw was staged on Thursday.
The Incitatus Members Lounge at the Garrison Savannah Racetrack was the venue for the draw. This the richest Gold Cup race in Barbados history. Powered by Sandalane's 28th year of sponsorship, the purse increased by over $50,000 to stand now at just under $160,000. In the one draw, one of 3 entries from trainer Eddie Walcott's barn, Smoking Tea, who was second in last year's Sandalane Gold Cup. Last year's Gold Cup winner and six-time Barbados champion jockey Rashid Hughes will be aboard the two-horse Abromar, trained by multiple Gulfstream Park champion Sappy Joseph of Barbados. In post position 3, Divin Propus, also for Sappy Joseph, who won the Gold Cup last year with Harrow. Multiple British champion jockey Oisin Murphy will be in for the ride. Bulldoze is in the 4-box. Deccan Prince is number 5 and 6 is a 2024 Sandalane Gold Cup champion Portfolio Company. In the 7-box will be One Ghana Racing Sir London, Sappy's third entry, and the legend Patrick Husbands is booked for that ride. Record 6-time Gold Cup winning jockey Jalon Samuel is in the 8-box with Public Sector. And rounding off the field, 2 former top 3 Gold Cup finishers, number 9 So Suave, 3rd in 2023, and in post position 10, Jerry the Nipper, 3rd last year and winner of the Coolmore Gold Cup prep race a few weeks ago.
2 years in a row now, Sappy Joseph Jr. has won the Down the Dusty Road Breeders' Stakes at Oakland Park. The Barbadian trainer bringing his 5-year-old mare, Haul in Ice, back to the Hot Springs, Arkansas racetrack in unbeatable condition to repeat in the 6-furlong sprint last Friday.
Ridden by Francisco Arrieta as she was for last year's victory, Haul in Ice was a huge 1-5 favourite. She was in front from the start of the $150,000 event and never had a threat.
Haul in Ice is cruising. She's opened up 5. Francisco Arrieta takes a peek back and says, let's go. Shakes the reins at her mildly. She responds, opens up with a 7-8 length lead. It's an insurmountable lead for Haul in Ice. Here she comes down the stretch. She is the first ever Arkansas-bred millionaire. And here is North America's newest millionaire, Haul in Ice, an Arkansas-bred legend.
This history-making win as the first Arkansas-bred to surpass $1 million in career earnings was always on the cards. She won it by 6 lengths last year and is the best in the field, almost double that margin this year. 11 3/4 lengths the victory margin as the 1-5 favourite. Haul in Ice wins the Down the Dusty Road Breeders in a fast 1 minute 8.75 seconds for 6 furlongs. And Sappy, who also had 3 weekend victories at Gulfstream Park in Florida, now plans for Haul in Ice to return to Oakland Park and defend her $250,000 Matron Stakes title in late March.
US-based Jamaican jockey Reggie Mirage has over 2,000 winners, 185 of them stakes victories. Only Barbadian Patrick Husbands and fellow Jamaican Sean Bridgemahon as Caricom riders have had more stakes victories in North America. And Mirage's latest added success came last Saturday at Florida's Gulfstream Park.
Aboard the 11-1 shot Jack's Promise in the Gulfstream Park Sprint Stakes over 6 furlongs, Mirage in the green cap is holding a pressured lead coming off the final bend. Watched from the comebox by super race caller Pete Ayello.
Jack's Promise, who's game and has battled back to take the lead. 45-1 for the opening half mile. They turn for home. Jack's Promise tries to get away. Far outside, Alvarado goes to work on Damon's Mound. He tries to pick him up. 1/8 of a mile to go. Damon's Mound closing. Jack's Promise trying to hold. Jack's Promise just yards away. Damon's Mound is officially out of time. 11-1 upset in the Gulfstream Sprint. Jack's Promise is in front.
Among the longest shots in the 8-horse field, Jack's Promise wins the Gulfstream Park Sprint with a 40-year-old jock Rajiv Mirage, a past student of Meadowbrook High School in Jamaica, steering the 4-year-old colt to his 5th win in 16 starts while making his stakes debut a winning one. Jack's Promise scores by 3 lengths in the Gulfstream Park Sprint at 11-1 odds, upsetting the slow-starting 3-5 favourite Damon's Mound, who had to settle for second. The winning trainer Dale Romans won 10.47. They went for 6 furlongs.
Now, Gerald Ford and Cayman McGregor are 2 Caribbean jocks making swift strides in North American racing, and both advertised their quality with good wins in the past week.
Barbadian Gerald Ford was an exciting winner of last Thursday's second race at Turfway Park in Kentucky. It may not look that way now, but coming from last to first aboard the 7-2 Bet Be Here, Ford in the green cap is about to steer the 8-year-old Grey Gelding to the rail for a winning run.
Unworkable clinging to the lead, but for how long? Scotty's on edge, has him in sight, and he's making his move from between runners. Unworkable is tough, though. Unworkable has not relinquished the lead. Be Here's launching a late charge up the inside. Scotty's on edge is a little even paced. Here comes Be Here with a strong rail rally. He's the one to key on up the inside.
Fine ride by Ford, who turns 22 years old next week. For the upcoming Sovereign Awards, Ford, who wrote 56 winners in his debut season in Canada last year, including an upset score in the Vice Regent Stakes at Woodbine, is a finalist for Canada's Outstanding Apprentice Rider of the Year. Two Barbadian jocks have won that award, Ray Williams in 2017 and Slade Jones 4 years ago. Be Here by a half length. Lance Thursday is claiming second race at 7-2 odds for trainer Ryan Walsh, clocking 112.01 for 6 furlongs. One of 2 wins on the afternoon for Ford, who also scored a victory on Friday. Meanwhile, at Turf Paradise in Phoenix, Arizona, Jamaican Kierman McGregor, who recently achieved 100 wins in the USA, also uncorked an upset come-from-behind win. Held up in 6th position most of the trip by McGregor in the red cap. The 3-year-old gelding Tappet Warrior quickened toward the lead with an outside run heading for the home stretch.
Easy Cowboy closing in third. Tappet Warrior sweeping up into contention quickly. He's fourth and on the move. Then it's Pingo. Monster Matt switched out for the stretch drive. And Tease Heater. They're well bunched as they turn from. Tappet Warrior slingshotting to the lead. 6 furlongs, 113.40 seconds. It's Tappet Warrior in front. Monster Matt down the grandstand side second. Easy Cowboy fighting on from the inside. Then it's 3 Ps. It's Tappet Warrior in front from Monster Matt and Easy Cowboy. Tappet Warrior has the lead. Easy Cowboy, Monster Matt. Tappet Warrior has won it.
McGregor's smooth hand ride to the finish takes Tappet Warrior home by a length and a half as a 10-1 bet. Upsetting the big 1-5 favorite Easy Cowboy, the winning time for 8 furlongs, 139.55. McGregor, who was the leading rider at the Grand Spa second season in Oregon in 2024, also had a win on Tuesday and is currently 6th in the Turf Paradise Jockeys table.
Our weekly tally of Caribbean wins now in the USA before we go. In the past week, I've counted 19, several of those coming at Florida's Gulfstream Park. Apart from Safi Joseph's 3 wins and Rajiv Mirage's stakes success, the Jamaican trainers Rowan Crichton, Garrett Arscott and Steve Boudou had wins, as well as the Barbadian jockey Micah Husbands and the veteran Jamaican rider Wesley Callaloo Henry. This is Lance at the Track, covering top stories and exciting races in the sport of kings. Remember to like, share and click the subscribe button for this channel, and check us out again next week. Donovan Wilson, president of the Jamaica Jockeys Agents Association. Last time you give me 2 win up on at the track, it full up the YouTube page, so you know, so the people don't wait for 2 winner. Saturday, 2 winner.
Race 7, Passion and Beyond.
Yes.
And race 9, Unspun, 2 Soup.
2 Soup. I hear, brother. Big respect here, sir.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
This is the Lance Whitaker Voice and Motion YouTube channel, home of comprehensive Caribbean horse racing coverage and more. Please like, subscribe, share, and hit the notification bell.